So earlier this morning, we had more information for Mushoku Tensei Season 2 come out with overall character design reveals. We have had a PV trailer, we have had some information come out on directors and the staff, etc. that will be working on Season 2, but now we have a little bit more of character design decisions for the upcoming season that will be coming out in literally a few months from now, which is honestly just ridiculous to think about. But I want to dive into the nitty-gritty, talk about this, because I have seen some individuals out there say that overall these character designs are good, and then there is some that says it's ugly. And then also we have those individuals that obviously have been really kind of going after Mushoku Tensei and railing it ever since that PV trailer came out like a month ago, saying that the series looks off, it looks horrible, and the director, kind of leading the charge is obviously going to make this, completely bomb as a series. There's a lot of things that's up in the air for the Mushoku Tensei community. And so I want to talk about all of this. I want to talk about the information that kind of came out today, and if it's good, bad, etc. And obviously, I'm just going to cut to the chase. It's good news. Like, everything that came out with, like, this character designs, etc., it's good news. I don't really have anything necessarily wrong with it, but I do want to play both sides. I do want to basically talk about why some would dislike it, why some would like it, etc. Let's just dive into that. So, this is character design reveals for Mushoku Tensei Season 2. We can see a much older looking Rudy here, as you can see on screen, and then we have a bunch of other new characters that are kind of joining in, returning characters as well. Basically, we just see, overall updated designs, etc. And overall, it's pretty good. Like, legitimately, it is a really good overall reveal of a bunch of different character designs from the official Twitter of Mushoku Tensei. Now, obviously, when you first take a look at this, you might not think this is anything to really talk about. It's just like, oh, it's character designs, that's it, and move on. But obviously, when it comes down to character designs, we do get kind of a good grasp on maybe if the art style is going to be shifting or not. A good example of this is Kaiju number 8. I made a video on this like a month ago, and I know a lot of people have been basically talking about it for a while, that, Kaiju number 8's character designs look really bad in comparison to the manga. I might throw a picture on screen you can see for yourself, but basically, the point is that these type of sheets really do show if the anime is going to stay on model, or it's going to change art style, etc. And obviously, when you take a hard look at this at just a glance, it looks in line with what we know and love from Season 1. There isn't really much changed here, but there is something that some did point out, and it is very valid to talk about, and I think is very interesting. I want to talk about Rudy's eye design. So, once again, obviously, this looks fine. Like, all the designs look completely fine, looks like Mushoku Tensei, but someone did point out that Rudy's eyes look very weird. And so I was like, okay, let me go back. Let me look at Rudy's original character sheet design and see what someone is talking about. And so basically, I pulled this up, and courtesy to an old Reddit post from 3 years ago, as you can see, wild how old Mushoku Tensei's, anime reveal is at this point. But basically, this is the old character design reveal, so to speak, for Rudy, and I'm trying to get this to load here, but it's not wanting to work for me. There we go. Basically, as you can see, this is Rudy's original character design from Season 1, and I think everybody definitely recognizes this, iconic design, so to speak. Now, when you take a hard look at, obviously, this design, at first glance, once again, it looks very similar. But I do want to point out the eyes. Now, this could obviously be camera angle, but we do have a side glance profile here, which we, once again, have a little bit more of a side profile here too. But there is definitely some different ways the eyes are drawn in these key visuals. Look very closely here. The way Rudy's eye, it's not as, I guess, roundish or oval, so to speak, right here, in comparison to his overall new design that you can see here. And the same can be said, basically, for all the characters' eye designs, as you can see. They're not as how they used to be with Rudy's eye design. Now here is Roxy's design. Basically, we get to once again see that her design is very similar to the original Rudy design in terms of the way the eyes are drawn. And so once again, you go back to, the new designs, the eyes definitely do look a little bit different in terms of design. Now, once again, this isn't anything minor, and I think a lot of people that are going to be, looking at this character sheet, they're not even going to notice this. It is, the only people that are really noticing this is people that are mega fans of Mushoku Tensei, or those that are trying to find something to really hate on. Or they're just analyzing the art. One or the other. It's one of those, probably, aspects. Maybe something else I'm forgetting about. But overall, in terms of that, it's nothing really worrisome or bad, because I do remember the reason why this is even important to talk about, why you're probably wondering why I'm talking about eyes, is because that one visual still frame that people kept showing on social media of Rudy and how his eyes look really off in the PV trailer that came out like a month ago. And so obviously a lot of people's focuses are on the art, and this definitely showcases, like, yes, the art has shifted, but not into such a large direction that is unrecognizable from the original. Now, let's look at the overall facial structure. So if we're looking at the faces and all that, it looks like the faces are pretty similar. Like, they don't seem like they're relatively different from the core designs of the facial structure. The only thing, like I said, that is noteworthy that really stands out is just the eyes, but that's very minor in the grand scheme of things. It looks like the line work has remained intact. The way the hair is drawn as well has remained mostly intact as well. I don't think relatively that the key visual really has anything that has a cause for concern yet, and so I think that anyone that is legitimately worried probably will be able to be a little bit happier with just this character visual reveal we got. So yeah, I wanted to bring this to light and talk about it, because once again, I saw some, not a lot, but I did see people talk about it, because it is important. I did see a lot of people talking about just how Mushoku Tensei Season 2 is going to just be an absolute failure on release because of just how that trailer was, and I kind of wanted to bring some good news to the table, so to speak, and let people feel a little bit happier that it doesn't look like it's going to be bad. Obviously, seeing is believing, and anything can happen from this point to episode 1. I mean, it could be an absolute dumpster fire, who knows, but the point is that key visuals, solid. Pretty good. Yeah, that's basically all that needs to be said. So I'm going to wrap it up there. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video and you would want more content from me, do leave me a like. I always greatly appreciate it. It helps with the algorithm on YouTube, because even if you subscribe, YouTube doesn't always, let's say, recommend my content. So if you do want to get my content in your feed, leave a like, hit the bell icon, and let me know your thoughts on the video and on Mushoku Tensei in the comments below. But with that, be safe, stay healthy, Chibi out.